What's up, YouTube? I'm back. Paul here. We're going to be talking about this Star Trek kid, this beauty, or hopefully it's a beauty. It's the 1/35th scale motion picture Enterprise refit kit from Polar Lights. It is enormous. I can't emphasize that enough. I am a massive Star Wars fan, massive Warhammer fan. I am not a Trek fan, not even close. Though I am trying to be. 2 weeks ago, no, a month now actually, I tried watching the very first episode of the very first season from the 60s. And what caught me off guard is, Trek, at least the Federation, the promise of a utopia. They're beyond racism, sexism, and all that. Tell me why in the first 3 minutes, I think Pike is his name, the previous captain before Kirk, goes up to his bridge officer, a woman, and goes, well, as a woman, you're lucky to be on my bridge, or something along those lines. What? What is that, dude? Look, the past 2 or 3 years, I spent catching up to One Piece with one thing ringing in my brain. Fans said it is gonna get better. And honestly, One Piece was already pretty good in episode 2. Episode 1, I fell asleep. Episode 2, onwards, pretty good, but it kept getting better. I am getting that exact same promise with Star Trek fans. They said, oh, dude, Trek is so good. It's peak fiction. Like One Piece fans promised, it is peak fiction. Again, utopia, but then it kind of just sucker punched you with misogyny. Yeah, boom. You can see this is an enormous kit overall. 34 inches long, actually, the entire kit. That's crazy. That is huge. And of course, that's the hangar bay. A quick look at the hangar bay, actually. It looks incredibly detailed. I'm assuming that's a shuttle. Shuttles, actually. Yeah, that's crazy. You can see great that it does come with its own decal sheets. Very nice, very nice. It's not really an Enterprise kit without the registry, right? Is this implying that it comes with minis of each individual bridge crew? I'm assuming this is the bridge crew. I do know that's Kirk, I think. And that's Spock. I don't know who the rest are. Wait. Oh, so they based it on the production model. So the ones they use on the actual, I was going to say TV show, but movie. So that's great. So every single detail that Trek fans could ever want is going to be on this kit. Hopefully, in theory, hopefully they deliver though, since they did use the production model. Here's the big reveal. Oh, by the way, the box art and the box itself is spectacular. Hidden details in the box. I would honestly, if I was a Trek fan, keep the box for itself, just to collection's sake, because this in itself could be a very good storage box. See, hidden details. Anyway, let's open it. Boop. What is that? I was expecting to see the plastic. Whoa! That is huge. What is this? Oh, it's the decal sheet, guys. I cannot overstate how massive this is. This looks like nunchucks. Oh, a little connected there. No, these are the nacelles, I believe they're called. Yeah, these are the nacelles. Oh my god. Guys, it's 16 inches in diameter. Oh, the lid just fell. It's so big, it got kicked out. Anyway, 16 inches in diameter. Insane. Then each individual nacelle is 17 inches long. Nuts. This is crazy. Wow. Yeah, at least for the size, you're getting your money's worth. See, you guys know me by now. I was putting this stuff here to make essentially a bag spread. Not a money spread, but a bag spread. Because there are some fiends out there, especially with the Lego community, that you're like, oh, sprue count? Nah, screw that. Give me a bag count. Because that will roughly tell you how much you're getting in terms of parts. Obviously, Lego fans know exactly how many they're getting per parts or for parts. But a bag spread for miniature hobbyists is nice. But the reason why I stopped is because, free-floating parts that are, free-floating, which is not good. Not good at all, because that would indicate two things. In terms of It's QA maybe. It's not very good. And as you can tell, they didn't even bother removing these things from, I think, left over from the printing process. Yeah, or not printing, molding process. That's not good, because that would mean that some parts may have that. And honestly, this kind of got removed in transit, but that also implies that they were loose to begin with, which is not good. You're like, what's the big deal? It's because you want complete control of how the parts are removed from the sprue. Okay, this is like the equivalent of an 8-year-old child, me at 8 years old. Yeah, this is what I did. I just wiggled it free. This is the equivalent of doing that, but even I as an 8-year-old, had more control because I personally did that. So I personally saw if parts broke off and chipped off from the actual main part from the sprue. If that makes sense? Hopefully that makes sense. That's why I'm like freaking out. I was gonna say this is like a 10 from a size perspective, and we were gonna deduct points from there. Now this is emblematic of all large scale kits in general. A lot of them share this exact problem, is that as they scale up the Mini to this size, 1/350 scale, or the equivalent size for cars, planes, tanks, 1/16 is the largest I saw in person for tanks, the less details some parts have. Now obviously the 1/16 tanks I'm talking about is the border ones. Those never really sacrificed details on a per part basis. But you get what I'm saying. I'm sure you can relate, because I'm looking at the saucer now. You can still see it has the panel lines, but where are the gribblies? You know what I'm saying? Now it's not a Star Destroyer where it's basically pimple ridden, but from what I can see, right, there's a lot of detail in a per panel sort of look. I know overall it's more flat than a Star Destroyer surface, which is again like a landmine of detail. But at the same time, there's like attitude. Is this yeah, no, am I no, it's not even uniform, the panels, actually, now that I'm looking at it. This is not just uniformly arranged in the saucer, but you're gonna have to, like, even the panel lines on the box art implies that the panel lines themselves are not even that much uniform. There's uniformity, but at the same time, it has some sort of personality where it's not all like that. It may just come with age, but at the same time, like, you know, a craft is aging, so some have discoloration and all that stuff. And battle damage, of course, replacement parts in lore. But at the same time, this looks too clean. And because it's too clean, it looks too smooth and therefore lacking detail. Like you know, drag the PNG that way. Never, you know, not minding the detail in terms of pixel count. Yeah. Again, it applies here. It's just smooth plastics with like grid-like panel lines. Am I being harsh? I feel like I'm being harsh. But you can see what I'm saying, right? I'm filming in HD here. Yeah. This is emblematic of some big scale kits, but not all. So we can't even use that excuse. I think this goes on the nacelles. I'm not. Oh no, this is the body. This is just straight up the body. Never mind. Yeah. This is the body. I think this is where the shield goes. This may not have free floating parts, this bag, but these are like 4 different sprues in one bag. Come on. I thought we were way past this. Now, I understand that this is a Polar Lights kit from way back when. Actually, is it even from way back when? Well, for the first time, Scalemates is completely stumped because we could not find this kit in Scalemates at all as of the filming of this video. So, yeah, I was trying to find this as a new kit because these reek of a Reeboks kit. Now, I don't know. I might just be misguided. This might be a new tooling or a new kit altogether. It's certainly new for us on our shelf, so maybe it's there's some new tooling in here. But who knows? Maybe new decals, because the decal sheet is enormous. You can see it there, actually. Anyway, let's do a bag count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This, by the way, is the stand. I was wondering what this was, but it's the stand. And it does come with some metals in it. That's good, because this kit, once assembled, is going to be a heavy boy. And a metal strut like that will go a long way to help it not only balance, but prevent what would have been the plastic thing here from snapping. So that is great. This is very hefty, and no warpage on the plastic base. Hard plastic altogether. Kind of sits on the ground evenly, so that's good. Very good. So I'm just gonna flash parts and sprues on the screen. These are the clear parts. Again, bunched up. And again, another free floating part. That's not good. I'm telling you, man, it feels like an old kit. Am I crazy? Yeah. I don't understand. It feels like an old kit, but the lack of presence in scale mates kind of indicates that it's completely new. It genuinely feels dated. And speaking of dated, this is one of those kits that on the instruction manuals, I'll actually show you, says that it is a glued together model kit. But I saw contradicting information that kind of reeks of push fit stuff. Guys, push fit, if you're not aware, is emblematic of QA problems. Typically, QAs don't really check a lot of beginner friendly or just push fits part in general. This is not like, yeah, see, look. It's not just Polar Lights or AMT who has this problem. Games Workshop, more specifically recently, have this problem. Their QA is top notch, and yet they still have push fit problems. If you see a push fit part, I recommend just snipping it off and just using cement. Okay, just make it more flush, and etc. And overall, I am not. Come on. Detail may have been, like the lack of detail may have been exaggerated by me earlier, because I didn't know. It's the untrained eye, first reaction, right? But at the same time, it's just a bunch of grids, man. I know Trek has more detail than this. Guy, I'm like a Star Trek fan desperately trying to defend Trek, but my brain is like, well, what do your eyes see, right? Oh, and this is where the nacelles would go. Yeah, this is definitely the body. And the shield generator in the front, but yeah. Well, I seem to have found the source of our problems. Typically, skill levels are emblematic of a greater sort of... they're basically arbitrary numbers, but the higher they go, the more obviously parts and detail, right? So it makes actually a lot of sense as to why there was a kind of a noticeable lack of detail. It's because it's made for the masses, quote unquote, who have little to no experience. It's skill level 2. So guys, if you're disappointed in this kit, which I kind of sound like I am, and I kind of am, it's because of that, right? It's geared towards beginners without advertising it. It's for beginners. You're looking for immense detail, especially since it claims that it used the production model to make the kit. I'm assuming it means the actual thing they shot at, right? If that's what they're claiming, then you're definitely not really getting that. I mean, the likeness is there, but the lack of detail is not very good. Overall, I'll give this kit a 6 out of 10. Yeah, I still appreciate the size for what it is. And again, I couldn't find details if this is a brand new kit, completely off the presses and brand new this year, or just a rebox, a retool of some kind. Maybe the big decal sheet means it is an old kit, but with brand new decals. Who knows? It's not in scale mates yet. So again, I'm a little disappointed. But if you're a Trek fan, you're going to get this kit no matter what. You will strive to get this kit. This is basically your Venator class Star Destroyer, right? This is it. I'm assuming the Sovereign, the sleeker ship, is your Imperial class Star Destroyer. You guys, follow us on TikTok. We are steadily growing on TikTok. Thank you to the social media team. And again, next goal is 10K followers or subs on YouTube. So follow us on YouTube, subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, follow us on social media pages. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Come here. Star Wars is better than Star Trek. Star Trek doesn't have Andor. Not even Empire.